How did they hold off the mighty Persian Empire? The year is 480 BC. Imagine a narrow pass, hemmed in by towering cliffs and the crashing waves of the Aegean Sea. This is Thermopylae, the hot gates, where a small force of Greeks, led by 300 Spartans, faced the seemingly unstoppable might of Xerxes and his massive Persian army. The odds were unbelievably stacked against them. Thousands upon thousands of Persian warriors surged forward, ready to conquer all of Greece. Yet for 3 long days, the Spartans held their ground. How did they do it? Their courage, their discipline, and their unwavering belief in their cause would become legendary. The Battle of Thermopylae was more than just a clash of armies. It was a clash of civilizations. It was a testament to the strength that can be found in the face of overwhelming adversity. This is the story of those brave Spartans and their awe-inspiring stand against the Persian Empire. It's a story of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring power of freedom. It's a story that still echoes through the ages, reminding us that even the smallest force can make a difference against impossible odds. 10 years before the clash at Thermopylae, the Persian king Darius I had suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of the Greeks at Marathon. The Persian Empire, vast and powerful, sought revenge. Xerxes I, Darius's son and heir, vowed to finish what his father had started. He amassed a vast army, said to have numbered in the hundreds of thousands, drawn from all corners of his empire, their goal to crush the Greek city-states and add their lands to the Persian domain. News of the approaching Persian army sent a shiver of fear throughout Greece. The Persian Empire was a behemoth, used to crushing its enemies with overwhelming force. The Greeks, divided by centuries of infighting, knew they had to unite if they were to have any hope of repelling the invaders. An alliance was formed, and Sparta, renowned for its fierce warriors, was tasked with leading the defense. King Leonidas, the Spartan king, led his small force of 300 Spartans to the narrow pass of Thermopylae. This strategic location, with its steep cliffs on one side and the sea on the other, provided a natural bottleneck, negating the Persian advantage in numbers. It was here that Leonidas planned to make his stand. He knew that if the Persians could be held at bay, even for a short time, it would buy precious time for the rest of Greece to prepare for war. Leonidas's plan was audacious, but brilliant. He knew that the Persians, accustomed to fighting in open terrain, would be forced to funnel their vast numbers into the narrow pass. This would allow the Spartans, masters of disciplined warfare, to engage the enemy on their own terms. At Thermopylae, the fate of Greece would hang in the balance. The Spartan warriors, trained from birth for war, were a sight to behold. They fought as a single unit, their shields interlocked, forming an impenetrable wall of bronze and iron. This was the phalanx formation, a formidable tactic that had brought the Spartans victory in countless battles. The Persians, armed with lighter weapons and armor, found themselves outmatched. Wave after wave of Persian soldiers crashed against the Spartan line, only to be thrown back in disarray. For 2 days and nights the Spartans held, their discipline and ferocity a stark contrast to the sheer size of the Persian army. The Persians were relentless, but the Spartans wouldn't break. Their courage seemed to grow with each passing hour, fueled by the knowledge that they were fighting for the freedom of their homeland. Section 5. Betrayal, a secret path revealed. But fate, it seemed, had a cruel twist in store. A local shepherd, Ephialtes, driven by greed, betrayed the Greeks. He revealed to Xerxes the existence of a hidden goat path that bypassed the hot gates. This betrayal would have devastating consequences for the Spartans. With this newfound knowledge, Xerxes dispatched a contingent of his elite troops, the Immortals, to scale the treacherous path and attack the Greeks from the rear. Leonidas and his Spartans were now surrounded, facing an enemy that outnumbered them thousands to one. Their situation was dire, but their spirit remained unbroken. Section 6. To the death, the Spartans' final stand. Faced with certain death, Leonidas and his 300 Spartans refused to yield. They knew that their sacrifice would buy precious time for the rest of Greece to rally. With grim determination, they prepared for one final glorious stand. The Persians, their ranks bolstered by the element of surprise, attacked with renewed vigor. The Spartans, outnumbered and outmaneuvered, fought with the courage of cornered wolves. They inflicted heavy casualties on the enemy, their spears flashing in the sunlight, their cries of defiance echoing across the battlefield. Section 7. Remember us, the legacy of Thermopylae. One by one, the Spartans fell until only a handful remained. Leonidas, gravely wounded, continued to fight with unmatched ferocity, his name becoming a rallying cry for his men. In the end, the Spartans were overcome, their bodies riddled with arrows and wounds. They died as they lived, as free men defending their homeland to the last breath. The Persian victory at Thermopylae came at a heavy cost. They had lost thousands of men and their advance had been significantly delayed. More importantly, the Spartan sacrifice had ignited a fire in the hearts of the Greeks. Section 8. United by sacrifice, the Hellenic League prevails. Inspired by the courage of the 300, the Greek city-states united under the banner of the Hellenic League. They would avenge the Spartans and drive the Persians from their lands. The Battle of Salamis, a naval engagement, saw the Greeks decisively defeat the Persian fleet. And at the Battle of Plataea, the Greeks, led by the Spartan general Pausanias, routed the Persian army, effectively ending Xerxes' invasion. Section 9. Echoes of Courage, Thermopylae's enduring legacy. The Battle of Thermopylae may have been a military defeat for the Greeks, but it was a moral victory of the highest order. The courage and sacrifice of the 300 Spartans became a symbol of resistance against tyranny, a testament to the power of human will in the face of overwhelming odds. Even today, over 2,000 years later, the story of Thermopylae continues to inspire. It reminds us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, courage, determination, and a willingness to fight for what is right can make a difference. The Spartans may have perished at Thermopylae, but their legend lives on, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who value freedom and self-sacrifice.